What's going on, car enthusiasts? The audio for the intro of this video got messed up, so we're doing it this way. Welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing everything that broke on the cars in the year 2023. So buckle up as we explore the triumphs and tribulations of all three of these Volkswagens. We got the 1999 VR6 swapped Beetle, we got the 1990 Mark II Golf, and the Mark IV GTI. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing. The goal is for us to swap this 1.8T into this Mark II, and I need your help to get there. Our story begins with the 1999 Beetle, now sporting the VR6 swap. The year kicked off with a hiccup, a troublesome starter relay. Not wanting to take chances, I replaced the ignition switch for good measure. Now the car cranks good every time. The rear end needed some TLC, so we did calipers, rotors, and parking brake cables. Additionally, 2 ABS wheel speed sensors were swapped out to ensure smooth braking performance. The saga did not end there for the Beetle. 3 injectors decided it was time to retire, and a mass airflow sensor is on the way as I record this. On a positive note, the Beetle got some fresh rubber, and I've clocked about 1,000 miles since then. It's been a journey of fixes and upgrades, but the road is looking promising for the Beetle ahead. Shifting gears to the Mark II Golf, this one threw me a bit of a curveball. The steering wheel locked up, and I just parked the car without doing a real diagnosis. I assumed it was the steering rack itself. So after ordering a steering rack, I jacked the car up in the air and found out that it was simply a broken bolt holding in the steering rack to the subframe. So I had the car in the air, I had the steering rack, so I said, you know what, let's replace the steering rack while we're here and we'll call it a day. Unfortunately, while reinstalling the rack, I was tightening the subframe bolts that go into the body of the vehicle, and the captive nuts inside the chassis legs broke free from their welds, so now the bolt spins without getting properly tightened. As a result, the Mark II has been on a bit of a hiatus until those welds are fixed, and we're going to explore different options for that. On the brighter side, the Mark II Golf recently underwent a cat delete, and I got all the accessory belts replaced after the alternator belt decided to call it quits. The Mark II was a reliable daily driver for about 6 months until that steering wheel locked up, and it could have been an easy fix. I made it more complicated than it had to be. Our final stop brings us to the Mark IV GTI. Unfortunately, it faced a significant setback due to a hit-and-run collision that bent the rear beam and damaged the transmission. I had attempted to replace the rear beam and save the car without realizing the transmission was destroyed in the accident. So I decided to shift my focus to getting the Beetle back on the road. The GTI, while requiring a replacement transmission and a timing belt for good measure, it just didn't make any financial sense after recently investing in the Beetle's timing chains in the clutch. Sometimes decisions in the automotive world are about balancing priorities and resources. So there you have it. Even though I look like we got it all over here, we most certainly do not. These have been the ups and downs of these 3 Volkswagens in 2023. Each car brought its own set of challenges and triumphs, showcasing the diverse experiences that come with being a car enthusiast. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more. Stay tuned for more updates on the channel. Our goals from here is to make sure that the Beetle continues to be our daily driver into the future, and possibly getting the Mark IV 1.8T into the Mark II, finishing that engine swap, and seeing where things go from there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, check out one of these.